हेलो फ्रेंड्स, हम लोग स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं दरअसल एक रिएक्शन सीरीज जिसपे हम लोग रिएक्शन देंगे जो टॉप लीडिंग इंडियन ट्रेडर्स हैं और नॉन इंडियन ट्रेडर्स हैं, जो इंडिया के भी है और जो बाहर के भी है, जो इंडेक्स पे भी ट्रेड करते हैं, जो स्टॉक्स पे ट्रेड करते हैं, उनकी स्ट्रेटेजी को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे। ठीक है। और जो ओरिजिनल वीडियो है उसका लिंक आपको वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन पे मिल जाएगा। उनके चैनल को आप लाइक सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हो, उनको फॉलो कर सकते हो, उनसे काफ़ी कुछ सीख सकते हो। ठीक है। इस रिएक्शन सीरीज, ये इसका पहला वीडियो है। हम लोग रिएक्ट करने वाले हैं राइनर टेओ पे, जो कि एक इंटरनेशनल ट्रेडर है और काफ़ी धमाकेदार ट्रेडर है, काफ़ी ट्रांसपेरेंट बंदे हैं, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है। ठीक है। और आगे चल के अगर आपको किसी दूसरे के वीडियो पे रिएक्शन चाहिए तो बिल्कुल कमेंट सेक्शन में आप बताइएगा, ताकि उनसे भी हम कुछ सीखेंगे, कुछ समझेंगे। हाँ, अच्छी चीज़ है। ठीक है। तो चलिए वीडियो को सुनते हैं।
Hey, what's up, my friends? So, welcome back to this month's price action analysis for the month of May 2021. So, let's dive in, right? So, for such videos, right, what I do each and every month is I break down to you the trading opportunities that I'm seeing in the market and how I'm looking to trade them step by step. I talk
ये
about my
दरअसल
thought
प्राइस
process, my
सेक्शन के ऊपर
entries, my
बात कर रहे हैं।
exits,
ओके,
my trade
प्राइस सेक्शन
management, and so
एनालिसिस
on and so
इस
forth.
वीडियो का
I even
टाइटल है।
share with you my winners and losers, which is what I'm going to do right now. So let's get started. So the first trade, or rather the first thing that I want to share with you is Canadian against the Japanese yen. This is a trade that I took about 1 week back. So let me
ये
explain to you,
जापानीज येन है,
what
क्रिप्टो
happened.
करेंसी।
So you can see that this market is a trending market. Market is in an uptrend. So let's say in an uptrend, okay, it's up. And at this point, you can see the price has retraced towards this area of value. This is a concept that I've been hammering right for years now. Area of value. You can use things like support in an uptrend, moving average, swing low. So in this case, the price came into this swing low in this uptrend, right? So area of value. Okay, is this a swing low? Let's call it a S swing, right? Swing low. And on top of it, this swing low has the confluence of the 50-day moving average. So I just pull it out, let you see. So you can see that this market tested the 50-day moving average once, twice, and came back here for a third time. So I've two areas of value coming together. I call this a stack area. The swing low plus the respected 50-day moving average. And finally, what triggered or what got me into the trade was this bullish engulfing pattern, which is, again, there's nothing magical about this bullish engulfing pattern. Often traders are, carried away by, hey, Rayner, what's the most powerful candlestick pattern, which is the best one? There really isn't the best one. All a candlestick pattern does for me is to tell me, hey, Rayner, it's time to enter a trade, right? Given that all your other market conditions are met. That's it. It's just telling me when to enter a trade. So in this case, you can see that the price, right, at one point opened near the lows and then push and close near the highs of the day. This tells me that the buyers have stepped in now at this area of value and has closed higher for the day. So I enter on the next candle open, right? That was simply where I entered the trade. I have my stop loss 1 ATR below this lows around $85, and my first target, right, on this trade is actually around $88, just slightly before $88, around this level. Okay, so in this case, the market has went in my favor, and right now,
ये एक तरह से परफेक्ट जोन है दोस्त। ठीक है। अगर आप किसी भी स्ट्रेटेजी को मानते हो तो इस तरह से अपना स्टॉप लॉस टारगेट आप सेट कर सकते हो। ओके, आगे देखते हैं ये क्या बोलना चाहता है।
I have half the remaining position on to see how much of this trend I can further ride
वाह, गुड,
towards the upside. So this is a trade,
वेरी गुड।
Canadian against the Japanese yen, and of course, when I trade this type of trading strategy or setup, there are winners and there are losers. So let me talk about the losers right now, in case you think that, oh man, Rayner, this is the holy grail, man, I'm gonna make lots of ton of money. No, right? So let me share with you a losing trade that hit me recently.
परफेक्ट है यार।
So you can see again here, this is the chart of Etsy. This is a stock, right? So previously I shared with you was Canadian against the Japanese yen. So this one was a stock trade I took back in March. Again, the concept is the same. I'm trading in the direction of the trend, okay? And for this case, the area of value is at this previous swing high, which became support, and we're back here at support again. So let's call it support. And in terms of entry trigger, I simply entered based on the rejection of lower prices. In this case,
जो
this
पहले
looks something in
रेजिस्टेंस था
between
वो
like
अभी
a
सपोर्ट बन गया
hammer
है।
and a dragonfly doji. The exact name is not important. What's important is that I saw buyers coming in at this area and helping to push the price up higher. How do I know that? Because if you look at this candle, if you
ड्रैगन फ्लाई
interpret this,
डोजी।
the price opened over here. Then the sellers quickly took control and pushed the price near this low of the day around $180. Then finally the buyers, they had enough. That's enough, right? They inject themselves with ton of steroids, and then they push the price all the way up higher, closing near the highs of the day. So this to me is a sign of strength. This candle over here is a sign of strength. It tells me that there are buyers stepping in, right, to push the price to close near the highs of the day. So with that said, I don't trade this in isolation. It's always within the context of the market, the trend, the area of value, which have met those conditions. So what I did is I entered on the next candle open. Okay, next candle open, which is here. Stop loss, again, is 1 ATR below this low, somewhere here. So at this point, right, many traders will look at this chart and look at it. Oh man, Rayner, look how horrible, right, your entry is. When you entered, right, the next thing you know, market has closed against you the next day. And trust me, it happens. No matter how good you are as a trader, you can't nail a perfect 100% entry with the market fly immediately to hit your target profit. Sometimes it messes around with your emotions. It goes in your favor, goes against you, goes in your favor, go against you, and then stop you out. And that sucks. Okay, so don't expect a fail-proof entry. No matter how good your entry looks, right, the market will stir your emotions. I guarantee it. So what happened is that you can see the next day, market went against me, and again, I have my stop loss in place, which is over here. It's already defined ahead of time. So even if the market moves against me, I know where I'm going to get out of the trade, right? If it moves against me. So what happened next is that the market eventually went back in my favor. But for this trade, right, my first target initially was at this $240 price point. So this is where I'm looking to take profit if the market moves in my favor for the first half of my position. So let's say I sell 1,000 shares, 500 shares, right, will be exited at this $240 price point. But what happened is that the market went in my favor and then started retracing, pulling back. Okay, so let me share with you where I did not do well. So when it comes to my trade management, what usually I should have done is that I noticed that the swing high over here now has gotten lower. This is now the new swing high. So this is now a level where potential selling pressure could come in and push the price lower, because this is now a swing high, swing low, support, resistance, right? These levels, right, form all the time. Okay, so this is why you have higher highs and higher lows in the market, range market, because all these levels are continuously forming. So if you are a trader, you should pay attention to the new levels that are being formed all the time. So again, I didn't pay attention to this, right? I was hoping that the market could eventually fill me at this high to get a better price. But then what happened is the market retraced against me, as you can see over here. In fact, it retests this level another time. But again, me, not wanting to take the small profits, eventually the market went against me, came back here again, and giving me another bigger clue that, hey, this is a bearish engulfing pattern. It's conservative, right, to exit half your position, right? Forget about taking profit at this highs over here. Be conservative, take something off the table here. I didn't. Eventually what happened is that the market reversed and then bam, right, gotten me stopped out for a loss. So had I paid attention to what the price action is telling me, getting rejected numerous times at this swing high, this trade wouldn't be a loss of 1 hour, probably would be just a break even, because I exited half my position in profit. Let's say half the position were exited over here. Okay, let's say half exited in profit of, let's say, 0.8 hours.
यहाँ पर फ्रेंड्स एक चीज आप लोग
And the remaining half is a 1 hour loss.
इन्होंने क्या किया, जब उनका ट्रेड उनके अगेंस्ट में जाना स्टार्ट किया, जब दूसरा लोअर हाई बनना स्टार्ट हो गया ना, उन्होंने अपना हाफ पोजीशन काट दिया. इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट. यही ट्रेडर की एटीट्यूड होनी चाहिए. स्विंग ट्रेडर हो, ऑपरेटर बेस्ड ट्रेडर हो, या फिर इंट्राडे ट्रेडर हो, अगर आपको दिखे कि नहीं मार्केट में आप जो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो उसका उल्टा बन रहा है, लोअर हाई बनना स्टार्ट हुआ, उन्होंने अपना पोजीशन हाफ कर लिया. गुड जॉब.
Okay, so this one is plus 0.8 hour, this one is minus 1 hour. So if you do the math, right, overall the position, I should be a loss of about 0.1 hour, 0.2 hour at most. Again, didn't happen for me, so this is a loss that I took. And again, just sharing with you the thought process from my entries all the way to exits and even the trade management. Okay, so with that said, right, let's move on and look at a couple of trading opportunities for this coming week. First one, Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. So you can see over here, this market again, it's in an uptrend, series of higher highs and higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher low over here. That's quite a minor one. So anyway, I am bullish on this market, and where I'm looking at for trading opportunities, number one is at this 118.60 level. Looking for the market to pull back, retrace into this area where previous resistance could become support, and looking for a strong bullish close back above it. Okay, if we can get a bullish price rejection in the form of a hammer, a bullish engulfing pattern, I'm looking to enter on the next candle open. Stop loss 180R below this low, somewhere here. Target wise, right, looking to exit half my position before this swing high.
ये जरूरी होता है, राइट? जब रेजिस्टेंस ब्रेक होता है
Of
तो
course, when the
एक बार
market
ये आके सपोर्ट पे एक बार टेस्ट करे, एक बार
heads
टेस्ट कर ले, उसके बाद एंटर करना
the level
सही
that you're
रहता है.
looking at. Sometimes it could go to other levels. So another secondary level that I'm looking at is this swing low over here. So from the looks of it on the daily time frame, it might be difficult to time your entry because it's a short distance right before it reaches this swing low on the daily time frame. So this is where you can use multiple time frame analysis in your favor. Like for example, on a 4-hour time frame, this swing low now becomes much more apparent. Now this is like an area of support, right, on this
राइट.
4-hour time frame. So what I'm looking
ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि वो आके फिर से रिटेस्ट करे, ऊपर ही सपोर्ट बना के फिर ऊपर हायर हाई बना सकता है.
check this area of support, close back above support. I'm looking to enter on the next candle open. Stop loss again will go 180R below the low somewhere here. First possible target just before this swing high for my first target. Okay, so this is Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. So moving on to stock, let me share with you one stock that I would say is worth keeping a lookout for this coming month. So this is stock Vericel Corporation. So a little bit of a earnings background. So this stock has been beating earnings expectations. If you just click on this E over here, okay, not quite for this one here. This one here, this previous quarter beat earning expectations. This one here as well, previous last 3 quarters, and then the last 4 quarters as well. The most recent quarter, it didn't quite beat earning expectations, and that kind of explain, right, this pullback that you have seen over here. But still, that doesn't mean that this stock is cannot be traded, because if you look at it again from a technical standpoint, the trend it's still towards the upside. Great. And where is the area of value? Again, this one over here, previous.
तो ये बहुत जरूरी होता है, राइट, कि आप अगर न्यूज पे, ये भी न्यूज की बात कर रहे हैं, राइट, तो कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको न्यूज को फॉलो करके आपको सेल ही करना है, जितना भी गंदा रिजल्ट हो. ट्रेंड अप ट्रेंड है.
Rejected and closed back above support. Looking to buy on the next candle open. Stop loss 180R below the low. My first possible target will be again just before this swing high.
Perfect,
So this is a
perfect.
trend continuation trade right on this healthy trending stock that I'm looking at. And by the way, if you've enjoyed such market analysis, right, looking to trade in the direction of the trend, then you can check out, right, Pro Traders Age. This is a
वाह फ्रेंड्स, कमाल का वीडियो था. इसमें 3 चीज हम लोगों ने देखा. पहली बात तो ये है कि अगर न्यूज के कारण मार्केट गिरता भी है, और अगर ट्रेंड अप ट्रेंड है, तो हमेशा आपको सोचना चाहिए कि मार्केट कैसे ऊपर गिर, मतलब यू शुड बी एट द बुल साइड, राइट. अपार्ट, आपको ये जो न्यूज, ये सब चीजों को दिमाग से निकाल देना चाहिए. और एक सबसे बढ़िया चीज मेरे को यहाँ पर ये लगा कि दरअसल ये वाला वीडियो मैं पहली बार देख रहा हूँ इनका, राइनर टियो का. जब मार्केट उनके अगेंस्ट में जाना स्टार्ट हुआ है ना, जब वो लोअर हाई बनाना, उन्होंने अपना पोजीशन साइजिंग 50% कम कर दिया. ठीक है, ऐसा होता है जब लोगों का ना, क्या होता है कि मार्केट टेम्पटेशन उससे वो लोग बाहर आ जाते हैं. इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग हो या फिर स्विंग ट्रेडिंग हो, जब मार्केट उनके अगेंस्ट में जाना स्टार्ट होता है, वो लोग अपना पोजीशन साइजिंग कम कर देते हैं. और ये एक अच्छे ट्रेडर की मेरे हिसाब से एक एटीट्यूड है, उनका एक एट्रीब्यूट है. ठीक है, तो काफ़ी अच्छा लगा वीडियो. आपको अच्छा लगा है तो बिल्कुल लाइक शेयर कीजिए दोस्तों. और अगर आपको किसी दूसरे ट्रेडर, इंडियन ट्रेडर हो, नॉन इंडियन ट्रेडर हो, किसी का भी हो, किसी से अगर कुछ सीखने को मिलता है और आप उस पर चाहते हो कि हम रिएक्शन दें, तो बिल्कुल आप उसको शेयर कीजिए. थैंक यू वेरी मच. गुड बाय, गुड नाइट.